Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking time out of your busy day to join us for today's call. We promise we won't waste it. Today with me, my name is Jason Rostad. I also have Jeff Sullivan with me on the line today, and we're just going to go over a few things that can really help you in the way of technology. Just a couple things before we get started. Number one, the lines will be muted for today's call. So if you have any questions over the content we're going over, we will be posting the phone number here. You'll see it at the bottom of the page. It's 855-205-1873. Feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to go over any information that you request and make sure that you have the materials that we're showing as well. You also will see a chat feature on your box here. Just go ahead and if you have any questions that you want answered immediately, feel free to type those in, and at the end of the call, we will be covering those. So just jumping right in here, today the topic of the webinar, Field Technology, Adapt to a Changing Market. As many of you know, there is a lot of technology that's constantly changing in our industry, and what our focus is here at IMDirect is to make this technology work for you. We want to make you more efficient. We want to be able to help you make more money with less effort. Ultimately, that is what we want to do. What we're going to do today and what we're going to be covering, just to kind of go over this, we're going to quickly cover an overview of how to use, understand, and employ field technology techniques to help build, grow, and sustain your insurance business for years to come. We're also going to go over the power of the eApp and the products that we cover with that. And then finally, we're going to go over applying the technology tools of the trade to streamline your routine. To jump into this, I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to my partner, Jeff Sullivan.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. It's really nice to see some names on our screen and get some people excited about using some of the technologies that we have to offer. Just remember that before I go any further, that we do offer that prize at the end of all of our webinars. So to be qualified for that, you have to be on for the entire viewing. So just make sure you know that if you're jumping off, we'll get you covered at the end. But and then we also do record everything. So if you do have to jump off, definitely know that we will send you a recording of this webinar if you have something come up. But just taking a real quick minute to kind of go over some technology statistics and show you how some things are changing, not just only in the insurance industry, just kind of with technology in general throughout the world. So here are just some real quick statistics. About 6.9 billion people are on the planet right now. These are 2011 statistics. About 2.3 billion people are on the internet. That's 32% of the world's population is on the internet right now. So what does that mean for you as an agent, as somebody who needs to market their business? There's 7.9 people per second getting on the internet. So to take advantage of that, a lot of people are on social networking. So 25% of the world's population is on social networking: Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. We're going to show you some ways where you can really market yourself using those programs, whether it is creating a Twitter account, connecting with people via Facebook with your agency, or just getting on LinkedIn and connecting with other businesses, whether it's connecting with them to trade business, to trade ideas, things like that. So just some real quick statistics for you. How do these new technologies affect you? It makes it easy. It makes it easier for you to market your business. It makes it easier for you to quote. It makes it easier for you to submit business. So those are some things that we're also going to cover today. Going into the marketing side of things, I'm going to shoot it back to Jason here for just a minute. He's going to kind of show you some great ways that you can market yourself and some things that we have to offer here at IMDirect that you can use.
Absolutely. And this has been a topic of conversation for agents of every demographic, every age group, and really any, no matter how many years you've been in the business. Now, the whole thing about social media is that it has really been made complicated. It just doesn't need to be that complex. What I'm going to do is kind of go over and show you just how easy this can be. So what we've made and what we've created here, the basic of getting yourself set up on social media is really just understanding these accounts and making sure that you have a presence on there. After that, it's just a matter of having a clear-cut, simple message, which really is where IMDirect comes into play. We'll kind of go over that towards the end, but if you have a simple, guided message that is basically duplicatable and able to show to anyone in that demographic, the next step is just to make sure that you're actually set up on the right accounts. So what we've done to create this, to really give you an easy guide to the social media world, is what we call the IMDirect Social Media Premier Pro. What this guide is really designed to do, and by the way, I'm going to show this to you on the screen, just kind of go through some of this. If you would like to have this at your disposal, something to just add into your repertoire of items to help you with this, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email. We'll make sure you have this in your hands. So basically what this is, it's just really just a beginner's guide to the core accounts that you're going to need to understand to use social media. The three, when it really comes to communicating with clients on your level, number one is Facebook. Everybody that you know probably has a Facebook account. Really, to use it, all you have to really do is understand some of the mechanics of Facebook. You got to understand how to get an account, what some of the terminology means, and then again, it goes back to having a guided message, something you can say to people that makes sense to you, makes sense to them, and it's really highly transactional, which we'll go over that again at the end. The next one is going to be Twitter. Twitter is more of a following type feed. So as you put content on there, you're going to have people that will follow you, and they'll actually be able to watch what you're posting, read the information you're putting on there, and there's nothing saying that some of this can't be business related. So that's a really good way for you to tap into that market. The third one that we're covering on this is Google+. Now, Google+ is quickly becoming just as hot as Facebook. More and more people are logging on here. As most of you probably know somebody at least that has like a Gmail account, or maybe they've watched videos frequently on YouTube. As you may know, all of these accounts are tied together. So if you can reach out to somebody with a Gmail account, they're going to have a Google+ account just by default. So it's kind of easy to work with that. But again, you just got to understand how these mechanics work, and that is what this guide is going to help you with. So make sure you reach out to us. We'll get that over to you. So just kind of going back to that technology and the quoting on the run, we have several different ways that we're going to help you with that, making sure that you don't have to fumble through a book, you don't have to go through rates and that kind of thing in the back of the book. You can get a very quick, accurate quote right at your fingertips. For this area of the technology, I'm going to go ahead and send this back to Jeff to kind of go over that with you.
And like I said, just if you guys have any questions, make sure you put them into the chat, as Jason said earlier, or write them down, jot them down, and give us a call, and we can kind of show you where all of these things are located, because this is just going to be a really quick overview of what we have to offer, what the Mutual of Omaha programs have to offer you as an agent on the run. So quoting, there's a number of ways that you can do quoting anymore. It's not just in the back of the app or on a rate sheet or anything in front of you. We can do it online. So you know, if you have your laptop out in front of you, or if you have somebody come to your office, you can do a real quick quote on your computer or on your tablet. And then they also have apps that you can use on your smartphone and tablet. I'm going to kind of just overview those for you really quickly. There's a Medicare supplement quoting engine within the Mutual of Omaha website. Really, really simplified, easy to use. You just put in a zip code, you pick the age, you can find the available plans in your state, and it's just simple. It's really, really simple to use, rather than going through that rate guide and finding the right zip code and finding the right age, and hey, do they have a household discount? This is taking all of the stress out of it for you, and it's really making it easy on agents. When you guys do call into us, if you call into us for quotes, we're using these. That's why we can get them so quick for you, because we're pulling them right up on our screen and grabbing them for you, rather than having to go through those rate charts. Not saying that rate charts aren't a bad thing to have. They're always a necessity to have in the field if you don't have internet access or something like that at your disposal. You can always use those rate sheets. So that's the online quoting engine. And then Mutual of Omaha actually has an app for your phone and for a tablet that you can go on and you can pull it right up on your phone. I've used this before for agents. If I have my cell phone out in front of me and an agent calls in and says, hey, can I get a quote? I just pull it up real quick on my app on my phone. Works just like the online tool. Really simple to use, very simplified. Final expense, same way. We have an online quoting tool for that. Easy to use, easy to access. You can run it with a level or a graded benefit. You pick your state, you pick your gender. I really don't need to go over it because it's so simple to use. It just kind of runs itself. Also, an online, or sorry, a mobile app for your phone that goes along with the Legacy Safeguard. If you guys have any questions about the Legacy Safeguard or how the final expense work, we're not going to cover those in this call right now, but we will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. You give us a call or shoot us an email after this call. Okay, so one of the most important things that we want to cover today is the power of the e-app, how the e-app can take you from an agent that is, you know, struggling writing 2 to 3 apps a month to somebody who can quickly write, you know, 4 to 5 to 6 a week by the power of using the eApp. It is so simplified to use, and Mutual of Omaha actually doesn't go to a third party. You'll see other carriers that use kind of a third-party system for them to use their online apps. Mutual of Omaha has created their own eApp. This one is for the Medicare supplements. It's their own thing to use, their own app. Let me just pull it up real quick for you. What's cool about it is it comes straight off the Mutual of Omaha website, and you can actually, if you're one of our agents or if you want to get signed up with us, you can go through and they have a sandbox. So this is what I'm kind of showing you right now. You would go into the Mutual of Omaha website, access the sandbox, and you can actually go through and practice in the system. The eApp makes it so simplified for you. It won't let you go any further to submit anything unless these arrows or these check marks over here are all green. So no missing information, a huge thing for our agents. They can't have missing information, so we don't have to track down agents. We don't have to track down clients. You can't go any further when it comes to these eApps without getting that correct information in there. Some other things that you can do on here, it has everything. This is just a John Doe one that I put together to kind of show you guys how to go through it. Everything that you would put on the app is now in this eApp. All their Medicare information, whether or not they're qualified for a household discount, whether or not they have previous coverage. If they did have previous coverage, you have to put that information. That's one thing that a lot of the missing information comes from, is putting previous information and having to go get a letter to show that they're no longer eligible. And so that's something that we find it hard for tracking down those clients. Health questions if they're going through underwriting or if they're in a guaranteed issue period. It'll figure all that out for you. You can even do payment information on here. One thing that you can do that's cool on this eApp that you can't do with a hard copy of an app is you can take a credit card payment on here as their initial payment, where on the hard copy app you have to take bank information. So that makes it a little easier for people where they can just get out their debit card or credit card and they can pay for their first initial premium right up front, and then you can do everything else from their bank account, which for some reason people like doing that with their credit card. The producer information, another thing that makes it easier for you. And then any notes that you may have to underwriting, you can continue to review on here. It looks like I got kicked out. Give me just a second. What it then does, and I really don't have to show it to you, kind of making it short, it sends an email out to your client with their premium information. So it'll send an email out to the client. They'll be able to sign the eApp right there out of their email. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, it's what kind of number can they use?
It's usually a unique identifier, like either like a driver's license number. It could also be your Social Security number. It'll ask you that unique identifier when you send that email.
Perfect. So this is just, the eApp is something that's so powerful to use. The one thing that I love, and I'll just kind of keep repeating myself, is no missing information. It makes it so easy on you that you can't get past the next page unless you put the right information in there. So we would just hit submit when everything goes through on here. The applicant has been emailed, or the application has been emailed to the applicant for signature. They click it. They can sign their app right away. It sends it to Mutual of Omaha. The eApp usually has about a 2-day turnaround period. So if there's no information that's needed further from them, there's about a 2-day issue period. So that breaks it down to, I would say, takes us from about 5 to 7 with the hard copy to right around 2 days with the eApp. So it speeds everything up. So that's kind of really general, the Mutual of Omaha eApp. Do you have anything to add to that, Jason?
No, I think that's exactly it. So I mean, it's faster. As you see, it takes about a fraction of the time it would take for a paper app. And you're definitely looking at more accurate business. You can't miss anything with this. So no, I think you hit the nail on the head there.
And one other thing that I want to add too about this eApp is that Mutual of Omaha has just recently came out with, and it hasn't even hit the mainstream, hasn't even hit their agents yet. There's going to be a consumer-facing eApp. So what a consumer-facing eApp is that each agent will have their own identifying URL that they can shoot out to prospective clients and say, hey, here's my website, visit my website, you can access an application on here, and that client can actually fill out an application and make a payment and do everything with themselves without having to sit in front of a client or having the client come see them. So they can do everything. It's called a consumer-facing e-app. It works just like the e-app here, except the client doesn't have to do anything for them. They can actually fill out all the information themselves. So something that Mutual of Omaha is really running with is this program. They actually had a soft opening with it with a couple of other FMOs, and they're kind of opening it up to everybody now. I think it's going to be something that agents are really going to love and take advantage of. Another, just hitting on e-app a little bit more, we also have the iGo electronic application. So this is, like I said, the e-app that Mutual of Omaha has for their med stuff is their own e-app. This iGo is kind of a third-party application, so you may work with it with other insurance companies, with maybe Transamerica or some other carrier. What we do here is we actually offer it to our agents for free. The iGo is for free. You may run into it, and I'm not saying that every carrier makes you pay for it, but there may be a fee that's involved with using iGo with other life products. So we use the iGo for our term life, for whole life, which includes the final expense, and then for any accidental death products. Very simplified, kind of like the e-app, the MedSup e-app. If you have any questions about that, we can definitely get you all the information that you would need on using that to fill it out. Makes it simplified too, speeds up the process, really makes it easy on the agent. So why use e-apps? This kind of goes back to those stats that I showed you at the beginning. Everybody's using the internet, everybody's on social media, everybody wants things done quickly. Just reading through some of these things, don't take our word for it. Here's what some producers have had to say about using the e-app. One of the simplest online applications I have used. Most of all, the explanations are there at your fingertips. Easier to use than a hard copy. I think that's a huge, what's the word I'm looking for, advantage of using it. You don't have to carry around hard copies. If you have your tablet or your laptop in front of you, you can pull it right up, right there. So much faster than paper. I love it. Straightforward and very intuitive. Choose and click is very simple, no-brainer. Ease of use and direct and efficient. Efficient is one big thing that's on there. It's very efficient to use. So that's just some reasons from some producers out there that just love using those e-apps. Another thing that I want to hit on real quick is we're talking about being online, and for our Medicare supplement agents out there, Mutual of Omaha, so anybody that, if you're an IM Direct agent already, or if you are thinking about becoming an IM Direct agent, this is just something that Mutual of Omaha is offering all of their Medicare supplement agents. The free Medicare supplement virtual conference takes place on April 13th through 15th. What they're giving you is access to these free seminars that you can go on, and this is one of the biggest Medicare supplement conferences in the country. It's really good information, great information to have. There's all kinds of different carriers there, that maybe the VP of different carriers that offer their input on how the Medicare, how the Medicare supplement market is changing. What are some of the new things they're using? I'm sure they'll hit on a lot of field technology and using electronic apps and things like that. So if you're interested in getting involved with this, you can definitely give us a call and we can give you access to this. You have to be a contracted Mutual of Omaha agent, but this is something that we'll be following closely, and it's just something great for the clients to use, for agents to use. Going into that too, how do I become an IM Direct agent? What is IM Direct? What can we do for you as the agent to help you really grow, not just your Medicare supplement business, not just your final expense business, anything that Mutual of Omaha offers, we offer here at IM Direct. And I'm just going to give it back over to Jason and let him go through quickly what IM Direct is and how we can help you and what we have at our disposal for you to become a very successful agent.
Absolutely. So as you can see, just kind of recapping, I mean, we really have kind of laid the path out to show you how efficient this really can be. So you look through, we've got the e-applications to make your business faster, more streamlined. We've got faster and easier ways to help you quote clients so you can get that process very smooth, very transitioned. And then kind of working back into the social media. As I said, it really comes down to having the right content. Well, IM Direct, what we focus on all of our efforts. 100%, our bread and butter is Medicare supplements with the thought of saving seniors money on their Medicare supplements. We really do focus on the Plan G Medicare product just because there's a significant savings there. And we do have some different materials we can send out to you to show you how that breaks down. Now, just to get started, some of the different things we do when you look at it, we start off every agent because we want to accelerate your business. Obviously, you can use social media, and we're going to show you some different content you can put on there. But the first where we start is a free lead drop. So agents that come on board with us, we start you off with a free one-time 1,000-piece lead drop that is guided towards that 67 to 75 crowd. We go after that crowd not only because our products are more competitive in those sales, but also because most of your competitors are going to be hammering on that 65 age group, the turning 65 clients. We focus on a different market segment. So we look for clients that have already owned their Medicare supplement for 2 to 3 years or more. They've experienced rate increases, and now they're going to be warm to the idea of changing out their product, especially when they find out from you as the agent that you can get either the exact same benefit you have now for a lower premium, or we can change some of these benefits that you have without reducing your overall coverage and put more money back in your pocket. So that's what we're going to focus on. So we're going to get you in front of clients doing that way with that free lead drop. We start that right away as soon as we get you contracted. One thing we have been telling agents is if you can get your contracting to us, we will get that lead drop as soon as you get that agent number. We want to get those leads in front of you as soon as we can. Now, once that lead drop hits, you started writing business. The next thing that's really going to hit home with you is we do offer a marketing account. For every policy you have issued, Medicare supplements, final expense, most of our life insurance, the only product that is an exception is our Children's Whole Life Express product. Everything else in our portfolio, you write an approved application, we're going to drop $50 and deposit it into a marketing account for you that you can use for practically any business-related expense. We've had agents that have submitted in receipts for printing costs, travel costs, as far as even just something as small as fuel. If you're using maybe different servers or services for other kind of technologies. I mean, really, any receipt you can submit us that is business-related, we're going to reimburse those dollars back to you. Now, what we really try to encourage you to use those dollars for is marketing, more leads. So we're going to give you the first one. It's about a $475 value to get the ball rolling for you. And then after that, we're going to provide you resources for ongoing support in that area.
Real quickly, Jason, I just want to hit on if you know, the theme of our call today is the field technology. Using the $50 per app, you may be a guy that's sitting there and saying, hey, you know, I don't have an iPad, I don't have, you know, a smartphone, I don't have a laptop. You can use the money in that marketing account to purchase those items. You know, tablets these days are very inexpensive too. You can probably get a nice tablet for up to, you know, right around $200. That's 4 apps. You know, makes you eligible to go buy a nice tablet. So just keep that in mind. It's not just for your marketing, like Jason said. Yeah, we do want to focus it back towards our marketing, but if your initial purchase is something that's definitely going to help you grow your business by being able to use it out in the field, you can use it for those purposes.
That's a great point, Jeff. No, that'd be a great use of it. If you're just out there thinking, well, I don't want to drag my laptop around, maybe you got some revenue that's coming, but you'd rather just have those funds paid for that tablet out of something else, this would be a perfect opportunity for that. So give us a call. We'll go over the details of how we can accelerate that for you and get that moving. Next thing on the list is we do offer discounted E&O insurance when contracted. So now one thing I always mention is for our core products, Medicare supplements, final expense, Children's Whole Life Express, E&O is not necessarily required, so you don't have to have that to write those lines. But we do offer the full Mutual of Omaha portfolio. So that will come into play if you plan on writing some of the more traditional, larger life insurance, annuities, LTC, those kind of things. So give us a call. We'll go over pricing and details and get you set up there. Last but certainly not least, we have our annual trips. Now, where a lot of companies you see, they basically put up a big conference. You go out there for 2 or 3 days, and basically most of it's like a seminar. This is almost completely opposite. We have 3 designations that we allow you to choose from with extremely low qualifications to get there. So I'll kind of click into this and show you what we're talking about here. But I think what you'll see is that really our trips are catered for that agent that would just like to take a break from selling after they've worked hard all year. There we go. So basically the first trip that we have is to Disney World. So if you want to take a trip with your family, the first location would be Disney World. You can go there. The next one is we have a golf trip to South Carolina. So I honestly, I think that would be a great trip to take. You can take some time to relax, go golfing. Or we have the wine vineyard trip down to Napa Valley in California. Absolutely beautiful. So how this works is 50 points is all you need to do to get this trip. We will send this flyer to you. That way you'll have all the requirements as far as how this works, or you can visit www.imdirect.net. You can go there. You'll also find a download of this. Either way works best for you. But as soon as you hit these requirements of this trip within this calendar year, we're going to allow you all of 2016 to use that trip whenever it works for you. We won't be there, so you can take your family, you can take a guest with you on this trip and visit one of these locations and basically just have it on our dime. So with that being said, we're just going to kind of move right on to the grand finale. Now it's time for our monthly prize drawing. So without further ado, we're going to take a minute here and put all the names in the bag here and pick one out, lucky winner today. All right, Jeff, if you'll give me a drum roll, pulling a name out here. We got all the names in the hat, and we have David Irwin. You are the winner of March's prize. You will win the Mutual of Omaha Messenger bag. So we will be having your marketer or get your information down here one way or another. I think you made sure to put that in on the registration, and we will get that out to you.
I'm jealous. That's a very nice bag. I was looking at it a couple days ago, and it is very, very
That's beautiful. Definitely beautiful. You're going to definitely enjoy that. Well, that's pretty much, I think, all we have for you today. So if you have any questions about the technology, about what we do here at IMDirect, it stirred some interest with you and you just want to know those next steps of what do you need to do as an agent to jump on board with us, give us a call. Our number is 855-205-1873, or you can go to www.imdirect.net and just give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.